Newly elected Prime Minister of Lesotho, Sam Matekane, has committed to turn the country's economy around. The landlocked country has experienced economic challenges which have led to many Basotho coming to South Africa to look for jobs and a better life. Among those who attended the inauguration is South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Others included Namibia's President Hage Geingob, Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema, Botswana's Mokgweetsi Masisi and his predecessor Ian Khama. Now, South Africa's opposition leader, EFF Julius Malema, and his Zimbabwean counterpart Nelson Chamisa of the Citizens Coalition for Change were also present.
The Basotho Stadium in Masisi, Lesotho was packed to the rafters as thousands of Basotho witnessed a change of government. Sam Matekane, a business mogul and an entrepreneur, won the elections barely 8 months after his party was launched, unseating a government party with a long track record. A motivation to the opposition parties in the SADC region.
No, it's good. It's good for democracy. We're happy that the opposition party has taken over. And we're here to congratulate the Prime Minister. This gives a courage to all of us.
The President of Namibia, Hage Geingob, says the regional body SADC will support Lesotho.
I am honored in my capacity as chair of the SADC organ on politics, defense and security cooperation. And on behalf of the people and the government of the Republic of Namibia, to extend our warmest congratulations on your inauguration today as Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Lesotho.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has played a pivotal role in supporting Lesotho to achieve relative peace. Ramaphosa, who was appointed by SADC to facilitate political dialogue in Lesotho, says he is happy that the facilitation team and all stakeholders were able to achieve positive results.
It is indeed a great honor to be at this auspicious occasion, particularly to come and witness the inauguration of the new Prime Minister, His Excellency Sam Matekane. On behalf of the government and the people of South Africa, I offer warm congratulations on your appointment of our sister country Lesotho, a fellow member of SADC. Our congratulations go to Basotho for the successful exercise of your democratic right on the 7th of October. From its formation as a nation state, Lesotho has always been a refuge and a place of safety for many people who were facing many challenges in their own countries. After gaining its independence in 1966, the Basotho Kingdom became an essential sanctuary for many South African freedom fighters driven into exile by the apartheid regime. We acknowledge with gratitude the solidarity and the hospitality of Basotho.
For the man of the moment, it was time to outline what he hopes to do in 100 days. During his address, he promised to deliver on the manifesto that he unveiled before elections.
For many days, I went around this country asking you to elect my party into government. Today, I address you with a deep sense of gratitude and humility to accept the baton as the 10th Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Lesotho. For me, this address represents a social contract in which I promise to make Lesotho great again. My remarks this morning form the basis for holding accountable the government of Lesotho under my leadership. This follows the authority to govern bestowed upon me by the people of this kingdom on the 7th of October 2022, when they voted in large numbers for my party, the RFP, Revolution for Prosperity. The people have spoken. However, I must hasten to say, I am fully aware of the profound nature and deep seriousness of this responsibility.
The head of state in Lesotho, King Lesia III, was there to witness the change of government in the Mountain Kingdom. Rapelang Khatebe, SABC News, Maseholo Lesotho.
Well, for a little bit more on this, we're now joined by Tsikoane Peshoane, who's the Executive Director of the Transformation Resource Centre in Lesotho. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Good to talk to you again. The last time we spoke, he just won the election. I suppose this inauguration really sets in motion a new era for Lesotho politics.
Yes, indeed. Peter, good evening. How are you?
We're good. We're good. I hope you are too.
Yes, Peter.
So a new era firmly cemented now with this inauguration.
Yeah. A new era, of course, because it coincided with the coming or the inception of the new government.
All right, so tell us about his message today. Do you think it set the tone for what needs to be done in a realistic way?
You know, Peter, the question you're asking is it is a question that has been discussed by a number of observers and analysts in the country, because I think the main reason why the people are debating about the speech of the new Prime Minister is based on the fact that he has actually outlined quite a number of commitments and timelines he wants to fulfill in the short term, in the beginning of the tenure of his premiership. So quite a lot of people are reflecting on the practicality of the commitment that he wanted to fulfill in the short term. So I must highlight that, Peter, that let's accept the fact that democracy, one of the good opportunities that democracy has for us is that after elections, they bring a new hope to the people, to the electorate. The coming in of the new government, of course, will come with a new hope, inspiration, and excitement in terms of that things will be done differently, based on the fact that people were actually hopeless on the previous regime. So now that we have a new government which has a clear program of action, it is becoming even more promising to a number of people. When you are listening, you are putting your ears on the ground, and you wanted to feel and to understand how is the feeling of the people on the ground. So that is the feeling that we have observed so far.
What do you make of the significance of the arrival of Nelson Chamisa and Julius Malema, significant opposition figures in their countries?
Peter, those guys we actually nearly stole the show, because their arrival was got a stunning reception of the people who attended the inauguration ceremony. I think I must say this, with Malema probably, the fact that he's still perceived in the region as one candidate or one political leader that is able to speak regional politics, not politics that are confined within the South African polity. Is able to relate with the ordinary citizens in the country. His arrival was actually stunning. It nearly started the show. But with the Zambian president, we must also indicate that the Zambian people, when they realized that the president is going to attend the ceremony of inauguration of the Lesotho Prime Minister, they were actually saying Lesotho has done it the way we wanted to done. They look at themselves as the trendsetters. So for him to come to the country and coming to witness the inauguration of the new Prime Minister, it appears as like the Basotho nation has actually liked the way the Zambian has done it. You remember the history of the Zambian people. The debt issues of Zambia, the economy of the Zambia, which actually made the incumbent to become so liked by a lot of people, despite the fact that he was a business person, he was a businessman, he was a business mogul. So it's like Lesotho has copied the Zambian people, the way they felt that the change must come. This is the type of change that they need in the country. So I think the two guys' presence in the country was quite significant in that context.
All right. As we started this conversation, you talked about this new era coming with high hopes. And I suppose that puts pressure on the Prime Minister because the expectations are so much higher now. I wonder if the Basotho will give him time, because it probably will take time to turn things around.
Of course, and of course, I think you remember, Peter, I indicated this before elections that the challenge that we are having as a nation in this country is that elections are no more perceived to be a solution to the immediate challenges of the people. The challenges that I'm talking about are the challenges of the unemployment, the challenge of corruption, crime, the challenges that involves the economy that is declining. So, and the challenge which were also exacerbated by the advent of the COVID-19. These are the immediate challenges. The challenge of misgovernance in this country. And these are the challenges that have been a serious and characteristic in our own society. So these are challenges that people wanted to be seen, wanted to see to be resolved as soon as possible. So you certainly have to believe that the advent of the Revolution for Prosperity and the new Prime Minister came at a time when the people have lost hope that elections can really bring a solution to the challenges that I've just alluded to.
All right.
However, yes, however, the fact that the new Prime Minister is someone who has not been in politics before, is someone who is known to be a successful businessman in the corporate sector, seems to be a kind of bringing some sense of hope to the ordinary citizens that we need to give him a chance. We need somebody who has not been in this before. Somebody can come with a new flavor, a new political mindset, and new ideas in terms of how things can be turned around. So this is the hope that we see. This is actually the priority interest of the people. Why you will see the euphoria in the society, in the euphoria of those that have attended the inauguration.
Well, we shall have to wait. We shall have to wait and see,
yes,
as the months and the next few years that come by, whether he can live up to those expectations. We're going to have to leave it there. Sadly,
yes,
we've run out of time, but thank you very much. Your analysis is always greatly appreciated.
Perhaps in conclusion, Peter, let me just highlight that it looks like the Prime Minister also the new Prime Minister is also very much aware of the magnitude of the challenge that he's facing, that are ahead of him. And we cannot underestimate the fact that he has a great team of people that have been in government before. You'll also have to recognize the fact that some of the lieutenants in his team is the former central government governor, former chief justice, former government secretary. These are the people that are very much conversant about the public service, and these are people which I believe that have prepared the speech for him for today, and the speech was well outlined. I don't know if, Peter, you have also observed that in conclusion of his speech, he even made a public instruction to the government secretary that he wants certain things to be met in 13 days. And for me, I believe those commitments and instructions that he gave to the government secretaries, they must be met. And if they are not met, it's actually a clear message that government secretary is in for high jump. We are not going to be surprised if the government secretary resigns, because I don't see how he's going to meet those commitments and those instructions that are outlined by the new Prime Minister.
All right, it looks like we've got another conversation due in 2 weeks' time. Thanks so much indeed for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you. All right, so Lesotho has a new Prime Minister inaugurated in front of neighbouring heads of state and also leaders of opposition parties in attendance.